Sometimes I ask one of our experts, which one would you choose? And put them on the spot a bit, which isn't exactly fair because, of course, they can only choose the one they would choose for themselves, knowing what they would use it for. But if you're feeling like there's just a lot of choice out there at the moment and you'd like some help narrowing it all down, then don't forget that's what Sound Advice is there for. Sound Advice doesn't sell any kit. It does reviews and it gives advice, but it doesn't sell any kit. So that means Sound Advice can stay independent and you can chat directly with the experts. So, Bruce, can you tell us how can people get help through the Sound Advice helpline? And what does that help kind of look like? How do people approach you and what kinds of things do they ask about?
Thanks, Angela. It's simple. It's very simple. On the top of the website, there's a link for the helpline where and you can book an appointment with one of these guys to chat to them on video, on telephone, by email, or on the chat itself, or WhatsApp. To give, they will give you personalised advice for your circumstances. For whatever bit of kit it is. Steve and John will do the tellies because they're the best ones for doing those. Just turntables and hi-fi will be Ed and Simon or Andrew. And to be very honest, it started very slowly. People, I think, were nervous and scared about what was involved in it, particularly because it's all free for them. They thought, oh, goodness, this is suspicious. But it's not. It's all, it's us being magnanimous and it's starting to really, really take off. And this, over the last 2 or 3 days, we've had a very sensible query that came in, really what we've just been discussing about with the televisions. And John spent 15, 20 minutes on the phone to the guy, to Steve, another Steve, who wanted to know the difference between the Samsung and the new old G3. And we've written that up as a reader's query on the blogs on the site. And it's absolutely fantastic in terms of information. Again, we've had another one in recently about the Mitchie G3 amplifier, which is 3,500, something like that. But the guy was very specific about his needs. So we were able to talk to him about what his equipment was, what his best partner was, etc., etc. And both of those people wrote back directly to me to say thank you, that the information was absolutely fantastic. And that means a lot for people responding like that.
Well, it means a lot to have the service available, though, because we've all been in the situation where you want to buy something and you just want to buy it at the point in time where there is so much choice and you don't know which would be the best one for you. And if you've got a knowledgeable friend, and if you are one of those knowledgeable people in a certain area, whether that's you feel like the pub PC support or whatever, you get chatting to a friend that you trust. But when we're talking about hi-fi, home cinema, that kind of thing, you haven't necessarily got a friend down the pub you can chat with or a friend that you can ask questions of. And so the Sound Advice helpline is expert help, not trying to sell a bit of kit. It's listening to what you've already got, what you want it to go with, what you want to do with it, and then just trying to get you the best piece of kit for you. I think that's the idea, Bruce, isn't it?
Absolutely right. Absolutely, there's no selling involved in it whatsoever. These guys, it's sort of irrelevant to them what the person buys. All they're doing is passing on their wisdom and their experience and their authority about what will be best for them to suit. And even then, it's not cast iron. It will help that person go into a store to listen to that and go in there with some sort of knowledge rather than going in completely blind, and be able to say to the retailer, look, I want to be able to listen to this. I know it does X, Y, Z, etc., etc. And I think it's also worth pointing out, Angela, there is no one in the world in this market of hi-fi and EV that offers this service. We are absolutely unique on it.
So if you are wrestling with a difficult decision at the moment and you don't know which bit of kit to choose, then, I mean, none of it's cheap. You don't want to make a mistake. You probably want to talk things through with someone. Get in touch and I will put a link to that below this video.